let's do a full zoo tour of this lovely British countryside farm-like petting zoo. And here we are. I can't actually believe that this project is over. If you're unaware, I created this zoo from scratch, and all the episodes will be linked in the description down below to the full playlist. But we're obviously going to start off at the spawn point here, where I've put it inside of this bus. I think this bus is part of the Europe pack. And our guest will then traverse into our zoos by quite a long path. Actually, I'll just zoom out. It is quite a long path to the actual entrance, but I really wanted to include this road to give it a more authentic, realistic look. I'm going off like a British countryside theme here. That's why you'll see a lot of potholes. If you live in Britain, you will see a lot of potholes. You will know what I'm going on about. We've got little paths here leading off and little places where it gives the impression that people can climb over rocks. And then we've obviously keeping with the farm theme throughout the whole of this build. I really wanted to give the impression with this zoo that not only do they make money off ticket sales for the actual zoo entrance to guests to pet the animals and view the animals, but they also make sales with crops, and that's the kind of mixed environment I wanted to give with this zoo, and I think I did pull it off. So you see quite a few patches of crops around and a lot of detailing when it comes to foliage. I'll just take you to this main bridge where they will go over. Obviously we've got the lovely sound of water there, if you can hear it. Then over on this side I've created a custom bridge here. Guests can actually walk over this bridge if they wish to do so. There is a path under there. I've actually just covered it up. And we've got this lovely water fountain here leading off into a lovely stream what carries on onto the other side here. And lovely little scenes of nature like this. There's even a little swing there. Just carrying on with the lovely realistic nature theme in here, we've got a little pond with kind of like a little fishing decking area, isn't it? Kind of where you would go and fish. Maybe there's some lovely fish in there. I wish we did have fish in the game, actually. That would be amazing. As guests walk along this path, again you will see little paths leading off into things like crop fields and little designated areas like picnic areas and stuff like that. All the rockwork and all the foliage all the way along the path. And the first thing what the guests actually come up to is not only the entrance where you will see the ticket booth. Unfortunately there's no one actually working there at the moment, but you will see a park right next to it as well. I wanted to include something even if it's not functional to look like it's functional. So the kind of thing you would see in a zoo is a park, and I think this park really is simple but effective. The car park area again is very simple. We've got a bike points here for people to drop off the bikes and chain them up if they wish to do so, and we've got a lovely toilet block as well. I wanted to include a toilet block on the outside of the actual zoo itself, because that's stuff that you would find in an authentic British countryside petting zoo. Like we've got some vending machines what seem to actually be worked on off our mechanic at the moment, and just like this toilet block you will notice that all the buildings throughout this petting zoo are all custom made. Once guests enter the zoo they've got this lovely pathway and kind of like a private car park here really for staff members, kind of like a staff path leading off to there as well, so our staff can get our tractors along the zoo as they wish. On the left hand side is actually our first habitat. It looks like we have got chickens in here, and our guests are getting a brilliant view of them as well, and I absolutely love this chicken coop. It's just so well done, and by the way this whole zoo will be on the Steam Workshop page, and everything in you see in it like this chicken coop separate to the zoo will also be on my Steam Workshop page, link in the description. Do not be afraid to use blueprints. This is a blueprint that I've used. I did not create this windmill. I will link and honour them in the description as well. I really like how the chicken coop has a blended of rock walls mixed with the mesh walls as well. Just gives it a more unique look. Moving on to kind of like the main attraction here, and this is like the main barn area, and it's two habitats in one. So on the outside on the left we've got a lovely sheep habitat. Again our guests getting a lovely view, and right around quite a lot of the habitats you will see these kind of like feed points. Yes, the guests cannot use them, but it gives the impression that they can, and it's all about the little detailing. And this zoo as a whole is really high detailed. See, we've got a little barn here as a hard shelter where our sheep are currently having a little lie down, a little afternoon siesta. And on the right hand side of this barn is the goat habitat. You see one just behind the scarecrow there and one coming into view now from the back area. We've got these custom feeders again off the Steam Workshop page, and we've got this lovely barn as well at the back. I actually just duplicated it over. This is the same barn, keeping with the same theme as this main barn structure. And wow, what a barn structure this is. Just look at the detailing, it just looks really authentic, even down to the custom windows and the lights hanging on the outside as well. Looking on the inside of the barn, it is traversable by our guest, and it will offer an inside viewing area for the animals on each side. Whether you want to view the sheep, where you can just see one there maybe about to come into the inside, I think he or she is. And then on the right hand side, it's pretty much the same with all the little detailing you would expect inside of a barn, like wash stations, hand sanitizing stations, a custom made gate there. It's not functional, but it gives the impression that it is, and a little feeding station on the inside as well, with these lovely sliding barn doors throughout. You can obviously see that a lot of detailing has gone into this barn to try to make it as realistic as possible, and I think it does. And most importantly, the animals in there are happy. You will see that a lot of the fences are all custom made all the way around this barn here. On this side they're custom made as well, and I've also mentioned in the chicken coop they're custom made. Pretty much all the enclosures, all the barriers are all custom made and used with no barriers, so you will not see any actual in-game pre-made barriers here. Just to the right of this double barn habitat, you will see stuff like this, and no foliage or rock work has been left here, which I've just packed it in again, trying to give it more realistic vibe about it. And what a lovely little pond this is. Just up, keeping with the farm kind of theme, so it gives the impression that this zoo doesn't just make money off zoo entrance fees, it also makes money off selling produce. We've got some lovely apple trees. Just beyond that, you will see the staff facilities. We've got stuff like solar panels on the roof, and again detailing and more detailing. Inside is everything you need for your staff, including custom made doors and everything you would find in a backstage area for staff. Going to the back of the zoo now is actually our largest habitat. Now this is a mixed species walk-through habitat. That's right, mixed species and walk-through. You can see guests just going in now to pet our lovely animals. And in this habitat we have got donkeys, which will they pet you? Will it pet? No, they didn't want to pet the donkey. Can they pet the donkey? I don't even know. But they've got the donkey and we've got the alpaca, and look at this for a guest viewing area as well. This is the external viewing area for this habitat, so we've got internal entrance and external viewing area, again keeping with that farm-like, barn-like realistic vibe here, again with the high detail with all custom made barriers here. At the back of the habitat is quite a large barn. Now on the outside it might look very complicated and high detailed, but I did copy a lot of the things over from the main barn in the centre of the zoo. Inside is kept very basic but authentic and original. This is just going to be a relaxation area for our animals. Pretty much in the centre we've got like a little shop slash farm produce area, some little stalls, nothing crazy really. We've got this lovely balloon thing, like stall, what was actually made by Paulsley. Forgive me if it wasn't Paulsley, but like I said, any workshop items that I have put in here, I will, and they're not mine, I will link down in the description down below. And of course we had to include this van as well. Just in the foreground you will see our lovely pig habitat, and I don't know why, even though it is quite a small simple habitat, I think it's actually one of my favourites. It's between this and the tortoise habitat. I will show you the tortoise habitat in a second, but the pigs are very happy here. A lot of like little kind of like ditches of water and stuff there, what I'm really happy we did, and I'm really happy with how this came out looking at the back. This is kind of like their little home. They can actually access that as well. You can see that moss has been recoloured to the colour of the dirt, so it looks like dirt. That's a very good tip for creating stuff what's muddy. Now our guests can still get a look at our pigs when they get in rest as well, but our pigs can get a little bit of privacy when taking their rest. Again, a very authentic British style habitat here within a petting zoo. So it's either the pig habitat or this habitat. What's my favourite? The Tortoise one. This actually got quite a lot of downloads on the Steam Workshop page, and yeah, a lot of positive feedback about this. Considering it's so small as well, it's very high detailed. You've got details like leaf litter, what's dropped on the roof. Yeah, let's have a look at the tortoises. You can see the tortoises in there just chilling, and they're very happy. They've got enough space. I did worry when I first built this about space, but they have got enough. It's kind of like an aviary style building, isn't it? On the left is the hard shelter where the habitat door is, and again, custom made walls. Once again, with little details like the decal here. If we just zoom out, you will see I've done a little bit of detailing when it comes to landscaping around the zoo. Mainly at the start, which I've already showed you, is the most detailing when it comes to landscaping. But apart from that, I've kept it quite clear. Again, this is a small petting zoo based in the countryside, British countryside I'm going to go with. So if I zoom out, there's plenty of more space if you wanted to build a full zoo. But that is pretty much the zoo and the zoo tour. Let me know which your favourite habitat is or your favourite part. I kind of really like this park. I said the tortoise habitat is my favourite. I love the chicken coop, absolutely love that. But I just love the look of this park. It looks really natural and looks like really realistic. But yeah, this is the full zoo of the tour done. If you do want this zoo, there will be the full zoo being uploaded to the Steam Workshop page. My name's Adam. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you like this zoo, then hit that like button. If you're new to Planet Zoo and you want to watch Planet Zoo stuff, then you might as well subscribe. And I will catch you in the next Planet Zoo video.